Alright, so actually a couple days ago, my girl sent me this link through Facebook. Rape charges dropped in Rockville High School case that stirred immigration debate. And I'm not surprised. When I first heard of this story, nothing seemed right about it. But I am honestly not surprised at all. I mean, it's too convenient. It's too fucking convenient. It really is, people. So let's see now. There was all those rapes that were supposedly happening over in Europe, the Cologne and Sweden and all that shit. Simple Google search shows that many of those were false. I'd like to think some of them. Yes, I am shaving. I just finished shaving my face. I need to shave up here as well. I'm getting there. So yeah, this look is not the look where that's gonna stay. But it didn't surprise me. It didn't surprise me at all. And now we hear this. Now, people, or ladies, let me ask you, or guys who, your daughters, or moms, your daughters, or whatever, if they legitimately got raped, are you really gonna drop the charges? Really? Oh, you drop it for money? Something tells me these guys didn't have money, but it just seems really interesting. Something tells me they don't have money to be throwing at this bitch, but yet the charges got dropped. Interesting. Not surprising. I pretty much called it. And I mean, anybody with an IQ of 0 or above would be very suspicious, at the very least, suspicious about this whole thing. This girl screams rape, points to two, hell, let's just go for the gusto, Mexicans, right? Actually, I think they were from Mexico, but no, I think they were from somewhere else. But let's just say Mexicans, just to have that effect. Two Hispanic or Spanish, Hispanic, Latinos, Mexicans, right? And much like all the other rapes that we've been hearing about, you don't hear from the. I think I've only seen one picture of this bitch. I haven't seen any proper pictures. I don't know if the one picture I saw was even really her, right? You don't hear this woman side of the story, this girl's side of the story, in any of these rape cases. This one or the ones over in Sweden, Germany, Britain, Iceland, Alpha Centauri, Antarctica, wherever. You don't hear them. You don't see any confirmed written statements, like, nothing. You just hear that this woman went and claimed rape and pointed at these non-white people. Interesting. Keep that in mind for later. And everybody just gets all in outrage. We'll use code words here. All right? Let's start using some code words just so you all realize the angle I'm getting at. Western civilization has a problem with all of these immigrants coming into their country. And all of a sudden now, much like with black people in the past, in the past, much and up to like the 80s, 90s and such, what's the first thing that happens? Rape. Just happens, always happens to be rape. Just always happens to be rape. It's always the first thing, right? So Western civilization doesn't quite like it, and then they come in, fleeing whatever bombs that Western civilization was dropping on their area, right? And yet, the first thing they're doing is not, glad we dodged that napalm, those nukes, those whatever the hell. Oh no, let's go get some of Western civilization's pussy. That's the first thing they're gonna do, really. They come from an area where there's low, if any, economic opportunity. I never said equality, I said opportunity. Low health, probably the literacy rate is God knows what. And then they come over here, and the first thing they want is not a glass of water, not a burger, not to catch their breath. Nope, they want to bust a nut. Really? And again, as I've said, the most BS superficial search on Google shows that a lot of those rapes claimed, at least the ones that made headlines, were false. I'm assuming not all. I'd like to think not all. I'd like to think at least one rape happened, but legitimately really happened. But a lot of them were false. Okay, now Western civilization over in America. Western civilization goes and screams rape, points to two Spanish, Hispanic, Latino men, the boys, men, whatever, high school kids. And all of a sudden, Western civilization is calling for, turns it into an immigration debate. When the hell was the last time that Western civilization went and screamed rape, pointed to somebody else that is born in Western civilization, and immigration cases were brought? Like, oh, is he really from America in Western civilization, or is he really British or Australian? When the hell was the last time? And now the rape charges are dropped. This thing goes from being raped. The bitch can't even finish claiming she was raped before everybody push her out the way and start screaming immigration, right? And so the rape charges are dropped. Again, I still haven't heard of this bitch. Okay, you know what? Let's see now. This clip is 2 minutes and 50 seconds long. Let's just hear it and see what it has to say. All credits will be given. Let's see what we got here.
Rape charges, they're dropped against two immigrant teenagers in a case that made national headlines. Good Friday evening, I'm Wendy Rieger.
Good evening, folks. I'm Jim Hadley. A 14-year-old girl accused them of attacking her in a bathroom at Rockville High School. Here's how this case unfolded. March 16th, the students are arrested for rape. Then the White House weighs in March 21st.
Pause. When was the last time the White House weighs in on any kind of rape anything? When the hell was the last time?
Fighting the need for stronger immigration laws.
But a court filing by the defense team later that month claimed that the sex was consensual. Fast forward to today. The rape charges dropped. Chris Gordon is outside Rockville High School tonight with reaction. Chris?
I'll have a link to this.
Wendy, this case has attracted international attention because the two teenage boys are undocumented immigrants. Their lawyers tell me they each traveled alone here to get to Montgomery County to join their families, that they enrolled here at Rockville High School. Now, some people tonight are wondering if they're coming back here. Well, tonight, we have the answer.
The two teenage boys will not be returning to Rockville High School, no matter the outcome of their cases.
We need to provide them an education, but it will not be in a school building. It will not be during the regular school day. It will not be a typical school experience.
18-year-old Henry Sanchez-Milian and 17-year-old Jose Montano are no longer charged with rape or sex assault for the incident at Rockville High School in mid-March. Prosecutor John McCarthy is dropping those charges after what he called a thorough investigation.
We have concluded that the facts in this case do not support the original charges filed in this matter.
Defense lawyers say the 14-year-old girl sent text messages to Montano agreeing to have sex in school the next day.
Video, very graphic videos, very vile pictures. And now they want to turn this around and charge our client with something that she created and sent.
Defense lawyers say it is unfair that prosecutors are now using the video to file new charges of possession of pornography against the teenage boys, as well as distribution of pornography against Montano.
Obviously, because they can't make the rape, they now turn around and charge our client, who is a juvenile, with pornography.
Rockville High School parents and students are trying to understand today's developments.
Even if they drop the rape charges, there should be some charges against somebody for what happened in the school, because that's just disgusting.
Sorry about this. There should be some charges against somebody. How about the bitch that went and agreed to it and then falsely accused them? Why? Oh, somebody. So why somebody? Why not zero in on her? Huh? And that looks like that is it. Okay. And then, of course, we have an article here, which I'm not even going to bother reading. What's this one?
The victim, just 14 years old. Her alleged attackers, 2 classmates. The scene, a bathroom stall inside Rockville High School during the school day on Thursday.
These are obviously some very serious charges.
Serious enough that the teenage suspects could spend the rest of their lives in prison if convicted. Each faces first-degree rape and sexual assault charges. The victim alleges that a student she knows, 17-year-old Jose Montano, and a student she doesn't know, 18-year-old Henry Sanchez, walked with her in the hallway Thursday morning just before 9 o'clock. She says Montano started pressing her for sex, and when she refused...
Alright, well, this is an old one. First of all, Montano students after rape charge against 2 teens. Yeah, okay, so there's like a bunch of different videos here, but yeah, you see it right there. You all can go and watch them at your own leisure. It's convenient. Western civilization doesn't want Muslim immigrants there in Western civilization. So all of a sudden there's rape allegations. And something must be done in pitchforks and torches. Western civilizations don't want these illegal Mexicans in Western civilization. So there's rape charges, and then the rape charges get dropped after a thorough investigation. Even though we knew full well they knew full well that it was bullshit. But you know what? They needed some kind of crowbar in. Probably knowing that they were illegal, crowbar in to just... so then the immigration thing is still going to stand, huh? Even though this whole immigration thing was found out because of a false claim. Again, we do not hear of this girl. I have no doubt in my mind that this girl set these guys up, that she was in on it the whole time, that, you know, the FBI or CIA or ICE, DHS, whoever the hell, Trump his fucking self, went to this bitch's house, sat down with the parents, be like, look, here's some cash. We trying to get some small victories. We're trying to capture a pawn here, capture 2 pawns here. We know these 2 guys are illegal. It might look a little bad if we just go in there and drag them out. Right? Freaking Nazi style, find them in the freaking walls and stuff and drag them the fuck out and send them to the camps. So we need something, and we need your white ass, our little white rose, to go and claim that these non-Western civilization people went and did all this shit to you. It is amazing to me how said white roses can sit here and claim how Western civilization raped them. They've been claiming that since the fucking 60s. And what do you hear? Oh my god, false rape statistics out the roof, which is actually legitimate. So I can't fault them for that. I know a little something about that as I'm going through that shit myself right now. Oh my god, these girls are always screaming rape every 2 fucking seconds. I made a video about that. White girls stop screaming rape every 2 seconds. It's like one of the videos I just recently uploaded. Recent as in, it's not more than like, what, 2 videos, 3 videos away or something like that. Go check it out. And then it gets dropped. Who the hell drops it? And what's going to happen to this girl? Let's just say that I'm just a big fucking conspiracy theorist and I'm just pseudo-race baiting and all that shit. Okay, this girl went and accused 2 guys of rape. I'd like to think that it's illegal to falsely accuse somebody of some shit like that. Or anything, really. Especially something negative. So, what's going to happen to her? Why haven't we seen this girl's face? Why haven't we heard her herself say these two beaners, wetback ass beaners, went and fucking raped me? Why not? I have my theories as to why all this stuff keeps happening, and of course I've given some of them out, but there's a bigger theory as to why all this keeps happening and to why these one half of Western civilization keeps on screaming rape to every non-Western civilization based person out here, be they Middle Eastern or Spanish. Thank God they finally, well, nah, not really, but they kind of stopped pointing at black men, for at least for right now. Thank God for small mercies, I guess. I have my theories as to why that is. But that's not for this video. That's for another video if I really feel like just typing it out and spelling it all the fuck out. So for all you people that looked at this case and looked at those Europe rape, supposed rape cases, Cologne and Sweden and all that stuff, and immediately called for action and call us, see, this is why we need a strengthened board and all this shit. What say you now? What say you now? What say you now? Once again, as usual, the bitch lied. And again, I'm really wondering if she really lied, because we haven't seen or heard of this bitch. We haven't even seen or heard from her friends. I'm wondering if this girl even really exists. I mean, hell, that could be another one. This girl doesn't exist at all. It's a made-up shit, and it's a problem reaction solution. Thank you, David Icke. David Icke? David Icke, yes, for that one. You know? Not that I'm a big proponent of David Icke, but, you know, thanks for that. There's always nuggets of truth everywhere, even in hell. Even Satan can tell the truth. Not, you know, just saying that. Not saying David Icke is Satan. But that's one thing that I just thought up right now on the fly. Maybe this girl doesn't even exist at all, and they just made it up because they knew that these guys were illegal. They needed some kind of pretext to get them the hell out of there. The weapons of mass fucking destruction that are nowhere to be fucking found. This member of Western civilization that's nowhere to be fucking found. We haven't seen or heard anything from this bitch. Okay. To Western civilization, my advice to you is to knock this shit the fuck off. Because, let's just be honest here, you're in a vast minority on the planet. To Western civilization. Western civilization. And that's all I have to say about that. Links ad infinitum in the comment. Actually, it's just one link. In the comment section, your thoughts, and this and that. Again, I don't know if I'm going to type out and say what I'm thinking as far as my theory, my thoughts as to why this keeps happening. Every 2 seconds, white girl screaming rape, pointing to a non-white person, and then of course everybody who normally tells white bitches to shut the fuck up, oh my god, false rape, is all of a sudden believing them. I have my thoughts, but well, we'll see. Oh, whatever. We'll see. Later.